What's up, everybody? This is Brendan with Drum with BPM, and today we're learning how to play the claw. You might have noticed we're playing on the real side because the pad side sounds squeaky and nobody wants to hear that. Alright, so what is the claw? The claw is a stick trick where you take the butt end of the stick and the tip and you play them two in a row in any kind of double stroke, any kind of diddle pattern to play two 16th notes or two triplets or two fivelets, whatever the rhythm is you're playing. You're playing two notes right in a row in order to make a cool stick trick. So how do you do this? First off, you're holding the stick correctly. If you need a refresher on proper stick technique, check out the intro to singles video. I'll link that down below. All the basics, all the intro. But if you're past that, and you likely are if you're watching this video, you're going to have to lose this grip and you're going to have to move to literally how a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old would hold the stick if you first handed it to them. So hold the stick like it's the last turkey leg on Thanksgiving dinner. And you don't want anybody to take that. Don't hold it that tight, but hold it like a 5-year-old would hold it. Put it in the middle of your hand, and your thumb has no need, it's not doing anything, you don't need to worry about fulcrum. You should hold it about halfway, maybe a little bit less than halfway, depending on how weighted your stick is. This is a marching stick, so this one's a little bit heavier, so I'm going to hold it a little bit closer to the back end. And all you do is twist your wrist. You start with the butt end first, and then you turn your wrist like you're opening a doorknob, right? That's all this motion is. It's a little bit more of a flick, and you have to kind of get on top of it, but that's pretty much all it is. You just kind of lean forward, you play the butt end of the stick, kind of like you're turning a doorknob, and then you play the tip of the stick. So the trick is, obviously playing it very slowly like that is not very impressive, nor does it sound like anything. So the trick is to get it so that you have it nice and loose in your hand, just like you would have in any normal technique, right? When you're holding the stick regular, when you're playing, you don't want to squeeze the stick too much. So similar thing here, you need the stick to be able to create that resonance, that natural stick sound that you want it to make. And you want to try and get as close as you can to playing in the same spot on the drum. So you're naturally going to play in two different spots. It's impossible. You're playing with however long the stick is, right? You're not gonna, it's longer than the pad, right? So you're not gonna be able to play directly in the exact same spot. But you want to get the tip of the stick playing closer to the center of the head to try and balance out this butt sound, especially if you're playing with the butt end first. You can also play it the other way around, where you play the tip end first, but even still, you want to try and play the tip in the center of the drum. The butt end is going to be louder, obviously, because it's way fatter and it's way heavier than the tip. So you want that to be closer if you have to pick a side. If it's not going to be perfectly in the center, you want the butt end to be a little bit further on the outside of the drum, however you're doing this. I like to do it with my right hand. You can absolutely do it with your left. If you want to get crazy, you can do two at the same time. I've seen that done. That's fun also. Typically, one is plenty and it's cool enough. And that's the whole trick. Really, it's not terribly complicated. All you need to do is practice turning your wrist, keeping your hand light, right? Not over gripping the stick while you're doing this. Hit the butt end of the stick towards one of the sides of the pad, probably the closer side to you. You're probably going to want to do it in your right hand. Most people are right-handed. And then you want to aim to get the tip of the stick in the center of the head. Right? You're going to make mistakes. I hit the side of the pad all the time when I'm doing this, right? And that's all you want to do. You want to figure out the pattern in which you feel comfortable doing this. And then you can figure out whatever rhythm you want that to be. So what can you actually do with this? Well, you can do a lot of things. You can do 16th notes. You can play a Hertz rhythm where there's 2 diddles and then there's 2 eighth notes in a triplet pattern. You could play any rhythm where there's 2 notes in a row, and obviously right now without a metronome you're not going to know the difference. If I play 16th notes or triplet rolls, it's going to sound the same. You can make any rhythm that has 2 notes in a row and then make it whatever you want. There's almost no end to what you can do with this stick trick. It's super fun, it's very flashy. The Cavaliers did it last year in DCI and they were awesome. They were a really great drum line. It shows up every once in a while in the drum corps world. I don't see it tremendously often in the drum set world, but you could absolutely do a fun solo on a tom. It's super easy, it's right there for you. That would be real fun. But it's up to you. Figure out how you want to play this. It's a fun stick trick. It looks cool. It's not that hard. 16th notes are my favorite, but I'm excited to see what you come up with. Let me know in the comments what you come up with, or other cool stick tricks that you're doing, or you would like me to help explain. Hope that was helpful, and have fun with the claw.